Hello YouTubers, and in this video I'm going to demonstrate how to capture from your webcam using a free software program called Virtualdub. Now Virtualdub's been around for a long time and I've used it for many years, and I just recently realised that I could use it to capture my webcam. So I'm going to show you how to do it. If you type in Virtualdub in a Google window, I'm sure it won't be long before you come across a reputable source that you can download it from. So I've already got it downloaded and it came to me in a zip file, and I unzipped the file and I was left with this folder. So it says Virtualdub and then the version number, and in my case here I've got the 64-bit version because I'm running on Windows 7 64-bit. So let's double click and go in here and we can see various files there, and the one that I'm interested in is this VDub64. I'm going to right click and I'm going to say send to desktop as a shortcut. Now I can double click this and run the program. So here we see Virtualdub started, not very exciting, and the first thing I need to do is select File and then go to Capture AVI, and straight away it sees me through my webcam. So I'm going to make a few changes. First of all, I'm going to go to Device. Now obviously if you don't see anything, it's because you haven't got your device selected, and here is where you would select your webcam device. It may be that you've got more than one webcam, but in my case I've only got this one. The other thing we can do now is go across to video, and I'm going to select Preview because this will let me change things within my webcam, and I can preview how they look, you know, such as hue, saturation, things like that. The other thing to look at in video is this capture PIN, and we need to make sure that it's set to, well, it depends on the capability of your webcam, but mine is a full HD webcam, so I'm able to choose MJPEG and 1280 by 720, or I could even go full HD 1920 by 1080, but it does tend to suffer a bit, especially in low lighting. That's the key thing, ladies and gents, with recording video, is the lighting has got to be good, otherwise you're going to get a very choppy video, which I will demonstrate in a moment because my lighting is terrible. So we can click apply to that. Make sure obviously that you've got 30 frames per second, and we'll say OK. Do we need to check anything else here? I could go to capture filter, and as I mentioned before, we could start changing brightness, contrast, hue, saturation, camera control. You may see different options to what I've got. I've got a very standard camera, so I could change those if I wanted. So I think that's about it for the video, apart from one more thing, is compression. Always make sure that no compression is set on the video, and also in the audio make sure that you've got no compression set for audio as well. And the other thing in audio is, again, you might have a different source. You might not be using your microphone with your webcam. You might decide to use something else, as I am. I'm using the Realtek high definition that's plugged into the PC right now. So that is the microphone that I'm using, not the one that's built into my webcam. Probably the last thing to look at is the timing. So that's under capture, and if you select timing, basically if you've got pretty much the same items ticked and checked that I've got here, then you're good to go. It's pretty much the only thing I've changed here is under the resync mode. I've said do not resync between audio and video streams. So I'm going to say OK. Now how do we capture? Well, let's go up to capture, and we can capture video by clicking here, or I could press F5, and then to stop the capture I can just simply press escape. So I'm going to press the button because I'm here anyway, so let's capture a bit of video. Oops, I've forgotten to do one more thing. No capture file name has been set. So we do that by going to File and we set Capture File, and here I can give it a name, so let's just call it Test. And if I drop this saved type as, I've only got one type to save it as, which is a .avi. Well, that poses a bit of a problem to me because most of the software that I use tend to be a lot more happy with MPEG or MP4. So I'm going to say test.mp4. Whoops. You never know. Let's see what happens. So let's save that. Now I should be able to go back here and capture the video. And as we can see, I'm capturing video, and if we press escape to stop the capture, and we can see here on my desktop, if I close this window down, that I've got this test, and if I double click it, the video. And don't forget, we save this as an MP4, and it's recorded it as an MP4. Just to double check, I'm going to right click, look at properties, go to details, let's scroll down here, and there we can see .mp4, and the item type is an MP4 video. So we can save it as an MP4 or an AVI. Fantastic. I hope you found this tutorial useful. Thanks for watching.